Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Michelle Allbon. I am co-founder of fractional.co.nz, and I am a fractional CRO. And today I'm going to be emceeing and hosting what I am very sure is going to be a first of its kind discussion, where we're going to be learning about fractional leadership and how it can reduce operating costs and overcome growth roadblocks for CEOs and founders in our business community, both here in New Zealand and abroad. So let's start off with a good level set baseline of what is fractional leadership. Well, fractional leaders are senior level experts in their area of business, and that is the primary thing. They are first and foremost a leader, and they have a strong track record of being able to lead people and organizations. They are typically brought into companies to build capability and to drive long-term sustainable growth. So unlike if you're familiar with advisory or consulting engagements, which are by nature a bit more either short-term or project-oriented, fractional leaders are fully operationally involved in a company the same way a full-time leader would, except at a fraction of their own full-time capacity. So out of all of the various engagement models that you can choose to work with as a CEO or as a founder, when you're considering who you're bringing into your leadership bench, what's unique about fractional leaders is that they're the closest thing that you can get to a full-time employee as far as their operational alignment and their accountability for seeing outcomes and results. And that may not always be the way that you engage that individual. And this is a really important point. First and foremost, fractional leaders are leaders and domain experts, and they can often wear multiple hats. So you could bring someone in as a consultant for a project or a long-term advisor in your company, or even as a virtual leader working completely remotely. But fractional is a new and growing structure that is helping businesses to be more agile in how they bring in and switch around headcount over time. Now, it's especially a really important tool in times of economic volatility, growth, and change. Because when you're headcount planning and you're considering what is the right person for the job, especially in a senior leadership role, and you need to make those forecasts over 12 and 24 months, there are so many factors, especially if you're a startup, that are often very difficult to pre-consider. So fractional leaders by nature are able to scale up and down their capacity based on your need. So you might hire somebody for a 3/4 fractional project that's 4 days a week. And then after a year, you find that it actually needs to scale down to a quarter of their time. But that individual is the committed and defined leader within your organization running that business function. So as you can imagine, there's a reason that this is becoming more of a global phenomenon, because it's really a win-win. It's a win for the leaders because they can work in projects and with leaders, other leaders and companies that really resonate well with them. And it's really a win for the businesses because they can hire people at reduced risk and at much better and more controllable outcomes in shorter bits.